Hi and welcome into my channel. I am your friendly local neighborhood demon slayer, back at it again, here to give you guys another general tarot card reading. I'm working with pre-shuffled card decks, and right now we're going to ask the universe to give us any messages that we need to hear today, any lessons we need to learn, any demons we need to slay. What is out here for us, universe? What is it that we need to be aware of and learn from? We've got Cosmic Navigation in the reverse. What else do you have for us? I hope everyone's day and or evening, I found them well. Alright, we've got David and Goliath in the reverse. Operating without a license. We have growth in the reverse. We have tangle. And we have news. Alright, angels, what have you got for us for this spread? We have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And Temperance. False readings here. Sleep deprivation. And breaking dawn in the reverse. Green in the reverse. Manifest is here. And questions. We've got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. The High Priestess. And the Ace of Wands. someone here who is in karmic energy is refusing to take a journey for themselves to find truth behind things, and it kind of looks like they're trying to like look into the future and dig into other people's lives. Okay, but the problem is, unbeknownst to this person, because they choose not to do the traveling and the work themselves, because they're not doing that, instead they're going to other readers. And these readers are, whoever they're getting the readings from, they're not in high vibration. They're karmic also. So always keep that in mind. Not every reader is good. Not every reader is going to tell you the truth. Not every reader, you know what I mean? Like, you have to be very careful. Like, if you're choosing a personal reader for you, you have to be very careful, because like I used to tell everybody, basically, when you're looking for a good reader, you know that they're good if they're a healer too. And they, you know what I'm saying? If they have healed themselves and can heal other people, then they're an absolutely good reader. Like, that's my best advice for anybody looking for a reader. But I mean, this person is already in karmic energy as it is, because he's refusing to take, or she, they're refusing to take their own path to find truth in life. This is somebody who refuses to grow. They don't want to learn. All right, we have green here in the reverse. Green also represents like learning. They're just refusing to do the hard work and find the truth for themselves. So that is followed by the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles, both in reverse. That's quite interesting. So before we continue, let's I guess let's just start with, we're going to get some clarity on the Nine of Pentacles and Three of Pentacles in reverse. I mean, it kind of makes sense, you know, for them to not be taking action, right? Because they're not willing to grow. But we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse in addition to this. I think they're really taking a hit because they're refusing to take a better path. It's not even necessarily that they're not wanting to like take a journey to the truth, because anybody could choose not to take a personal journey into truth and could still be all right and not have to live in that karmic energy. But this person is karmic. So, y'all, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna wait for these sirens to go by. Okay. I think we're clear now. I think we're clear to continue. Okay, what was I even saying, y'all? Okay, so it's not necessarily the issue that he doesn't want to take a journey to the truth, because as I was saying, in case y'all didn't hear me, anybody, like, we all have free will, so it's not like we have to take a journey to truth in order to like live comfortably. It's, you know, that's not really the case. We can, but when you're in karmic energy, that means you've been doing some things that just aren't right, and it's crossing the boundaries of people and their free will. So we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And I feel like they're hugely uncomfortable. Even though they're not willing to take this path, which is literally the only path they have left to take. It's either stay karmic, stay in that energy and live out the rest of your years, you know, paying consequences for the things that you're doing and saying that are bad, or you take this journey to the truth, do the whole work yourself, and, you know, so that way you can transform and put yourself into a different cycle. You know what I'm saying? This person's not really interested in that. We've got David and Goliath here in the reverse, next to sleep deprivation. So I really feel like this karmic energy is he's Goliath. He's the big dude, he's the giant. And there's someone that he's afraid of that's just going to knock him down. I feel like that's what all these readings are for. This person, he or she, okay? So far I'm not picking up one or the other. But this karmic energy is definitely afraid of somebody small taking them out. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, so whoever this person is, this bigwig or some kind of, they think they're like, you know, bigger than what they are. But yeah, they're definitely afraid of somebody here coming in and taking this person out. And so the readings are for them. He or she is really losing sleep over this. Tangle and manifest. Oh, so this person is doing more than just getting readings and seeing what's up on somebody. This person is literally trying to manifest tangles for this person. To get this person tangled up into some things that they're not really involved in, or to at least make it look like it. This is spell work. This includes spell work. Honestly, like if there weren't spell work going on, we wouldn't see the High Priestess here. But it's direct. The High Priestess is followed directly by this. Right next to the Ace of Pentacles. So whatever this is, he or she's trying to like put in order to make sure that this little person doesn't take them out, is not working. And then we have the High Priestess here, of course, who sees everything behind the scenes. Then our last line here, we've got operating without a license and breaking dawn in the reverse. Yeah, so he's breaking universal laws here. He's definitely trying to conjure some stuff that goes against human free will and some other things. He's not getting anywhere. You see, the breaking dawn is in reverse, so he or she is not getting anywhere with the conjuring and stuff. So we've got news and questions, followed by temperance and the Ace of Wands. I don't know, it just seems like something's coming to light here on something that this karmic individual is doing behind the scenes. I don't know if it's going to be the spell work that they've been working on, or if it's something like that they physically orchestrated here in the 3D, like in other words, like hiring somebody to do something, forging something, you know, just illegal stuff, criminal stuff that you can get locked away for. But something is coming to surface here. Somebody is out and asking questions about this person, and they're finding the truth. This is a third party, okay? So we have Goliath here, which is our karmic energy. Then we have David, the little person, which is who Goliath is afraid of, right? Because he knows he has the ability to come and, you know, shoot his eye out and he's done for, right? And then there's another party outside of that who's looking into this giant right here. They've been really sneaky and successful at it because this giant Goliath, karmic energy, they've been so focused on this one little person who actually does have the power to take them out, but it's not the little person that's going to be taking them out. It's actually someone else. It's somebody outside altogether that's been doing an investigation, like detective type of work. Like, they're the ones that have been trailing this giant. And the giant doesn't notice because he's so focused on this little guy over here. He's worried about David. And that's followed by Temperance and the Ace of Wands. So this third party, they definitely see things for what they are. They have clarity, they have objectivity. They understand the situation here. I guess something was really funny and stuck out to them and they really needed to investigate. Because I don't feel like this is somebody who was directly affected by this giant. I just feel like this is maybe a hired agent, like an actual, you know, undercover, or somebody who just kind of got wind and was like, nah, we're looking into this kind of thing. But whatever it is, they're very level-headed, they're very balanced. They're not out here trying to, like, set someone up. They're not trying to lie about anyone or anything, you know, because some investigators get so invested, you know, that they're just willing to, like, for the story to be what it is that they want it to be and an outcome that they want. So they'll, you know, tweak things, or maybe they were paid off to, like, tweak things or whatever, but this is not that kind of investigator. This is an upright investigator, somebody who's really putting in due diligence, not taking a biased approach. They're not prejudiced. They're really just out for the truth. And they're receiving it. This is the Ace of Wands here. So that's good. So let's maybe ask a question. Let's ask, I guess we'll ask about this investigator. How did this investigator come into knowing about the situation? To knowing that this person is, like, really trying to stop somebody, and by doing so, like, they're doing it in evil kinds of ways. How did he or she find out about this? We've got the Six of Cups. So it seems like somebody told him something. It came to him. Somebody said something. Okay, can you tell us anything about the person who shared this information? Were they some kind of victim? Were they a friend of somebody who was involved? We've got the Four of Cups here. This is a third, like, this is somebody. So whoever told the investigator, right, they were not directly victimized. It was something that they heard and that they were concerned with, and then that's when they approached the investigator about it. So now back to little David that this giant is concerned with. Is there anything you can tell us about this person? Are they in danger? Will they be okay? We know that they're up against spell work. We know that they're up against maybe even some 3D manipulation. We've got the Sun here. So yeah, this person, whoever he's worried about, they know something about this individual. Were they a victim? Is that how they know? Is that something that they could possibly use against them in court? Is it like a situation where they could sue him? Is that what he's so afraid of? We got the Page of Wands in reverse. It's just showing me that, it's just showing us that he knows a lot of wrongdoings that this giant has been doing behind the scenes. But this particular person, this little person, had no intentions whatsoever to bring that information to light. So while they could have brought him to court, maybe served as a witness, maybe even a victim testimony kind of thing, depending on the situation, this person had no intentions to even go after this person. David was not going to go shoot this guy in the eye. Now, why is that? Is he afraid of him? Was he not concerned? What's the deal here? Why? Because we got the sun here, so you know something. What is the reason behind not wanting to share that information? We've got the Page of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, they were afraid of backlash. So if it seems to me, this is what I'm getting. This particular person was concerned that if they shared this information, that the connections this karmic had would have put them in a worse situation. They either would have been shot down or something physical would have come their way. You know, like some kind of harm. This person was really afraid to be attacked and to be harmed by exposing whatever this information is. So basically this karmic energy is going after the wrong person. Like, they're not even interested in sharing that information. They're kind of scared, you know? They're kind of scared because they do know, you know, what this karmic energy is capable of and the connections he has. Instead, because he's so concerned with this individual, he doesn't even realize that there's a full-blown investigation that's been going on behind the scenes from this dude, and it has nothing to do with this little guy. It has nothing to do with him. Guy, gal, you know what I mean. Well, that's quite interesting. Well, that's one of those things, you know, he's choosing not to get onto a path where he can heal and learn and expose the truth and realize the truth for what it is. Like, this person just definitely does not want to change. They don't want to stop the spell work. They don't. They feel like they have some kind of right. They really do. But that's what happens when you stop learning and growing. So, lesson for the day. Learn, grow, embrace yourself, embrace your journey. Even if you're not interested in taking a path into truth, or maybe you just don't need it, at least not right now, you know, we still need to be learning and growing somehow. Like, it could just be by reading a book. It could be, you know what I'm saying, just something new to your mind, something new, just new information that you're feeding to your brain. We need that. We need that. Well, all right, you guys, thank you so much for coming in and sharing in this general reading with me. I greatly appreciate that. And if you don't mind, leave a like or subscribe or comment. I greatly appreciate it. It helps me to grow the channel, to get more messages out to more people. And thanks again. Until our next reading, you guys, I bid you adieu.